Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. This is taken just shy of the 10 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Connection made with Chenault. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
35's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing. Girl, 15. He's checking. Crash. Yellow.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, Ripley. Come on, baby.
This is Logan. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And they'll get this down to the 10. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They run with Logan, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On the carry, it's Logan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Yellow. I go 43. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Check three. Big gap. 43. 43.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Butker's kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. They try the left side with Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. After 1 on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
This one out quickly to Watkins, and he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
He finds his man complete. That's Brooks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Johnson running right. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 19-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Inside the 5 to the 4.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mahomes going to throw. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. See if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Logan. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, it's Logan. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Pushes him over. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down at 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Logan. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now a give right side. It's Logan, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle. Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go to Johnson again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Here's Wilson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They go play action now. Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tim Patrick, 69 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Into the hands of Patrick left side. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
We got this. Ready.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carter.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Michael Carter
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they'll try and preserve that lone timeout as he comes up and clocks it here on the spike. Here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Mahomes to throw it.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time.